Yo, good morning and welcome to another episode of the RoadFS Podcast. Jody has drug himself out of the Death Creeper's bed and is live with Rod.
Rod is glad that he is not here in the studio because I don't want any part of that.
Dude,
He was quarantined. So today we have a big announcement that's already been announced, and I think that most people are still.
I didn't hear nothing.
Yeah, you did.
What rock are you
I
living
haven't
in?
heard nothing.
So, and I do want to correct a couple of things that Joel said on there because he was wrong, and now that he's no longer the president, I can say that stuff.
That's right.
You guys are not young. You're old, man. Look at you guys. No, I'm just.
Yep.
So you guys are now the new owners of IGL USA.
Yes.
That's what I've been told.
Wow, that's
So the
huge.
big question is, has the ink actually dried yet?
It's still wet, very wet, and the feelings I know on my part are still this like it hasn't really set in yet. You know, after seeing all the text and Facebook posts and messages, it's starting to feel more real.
Yeah.
But it's like the secret that you've had to keep. You know how it feels training for a big event. You cross the finish line, you don't even feel real. Like that's exactly what it feels like right now. It's still settling in.
Yeah, it's just a lot of work to begin with. You know? And then it's like we haven't been able to enjoy. So that's hopefully what we can do over the next couple of days because it's there's a lot of things that go into deals, you know. And we worked hard, but it was smooth. Just like we talked about, both parties. We respect each other, you know, and they knew they were ready to step down, and we knew we were ready to take the next step to success or to build a company, and it just it felt right, and everybody's been in agreement the whole time. So they're always going to be mentors to me, and I know for Dustin too, because you know Papa Joel's been Papa Joel to me for the last several years.
Well, that's the question. My phone started blowing up as soon as you guys went live, and the biggest question there was which one of you guys is going to be the new Joel. So
Wow, Dustin's already owning that, man.
let me just tell you that I have some experience in that area. I can probably help you out.
Sorry, Joel.
No. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Yeah, it's super exciting, and we laugh and have fun, and that's I mentioned it in our last little video there that we this transition and this deal has been done with that kind of energy. When you're going through something like that, there's those times where things can get funky, and you're negotiating and you're talking numbers, and it's business, right? But there was never a moment where I felt like it was not mutually agreed on that we were going to come to terms, that we just had to find the right, path. And it has been this vibe and energy the whole time. And, that's what's really cool. And I think made it the most fun for me is to be able to go through this experience, but not have the negative piece of it where you're at each other's throat, but you're more just, coming together to say, hey, we all want to get this done. We just got to get there.
So other than a leadership change, what does this mean for the IGL brand?
Yeah.
Well, we have a lot of new ideas. We're going to make it, that we're going to give the installers more options.
Yeah.
We're going to incorporate other things that'll help with their business. There's a lot of things that we just, I think it helps with us being from the detailing world, having our own shops, seeing what we struggle with, and me repping the brand, seeing like some of the stuff that maybe some of the guys wanted to happen. And it, we have to decide at that point as a team, we had to decide, is it something we want to do? And at that time we may not have done that. IGL may not have. And now we have to look at it and focus on like, hey, should we make the changes, some of the changes that some of the installers would like to see, or, provide them in different ways. And I think that's the key is, all of us are businessmen, and, it comes down to how can we service our customers, and that's the approach we want to take. And that's nothing against Joel or Jeff. It's just a new direction of making it easier for that that installer.
Yeah, and they've done a great job. They've done a great job building a great
Yes.
company, and hats off to them for the professionalism and the structure. Jeff, behind the scenes, the books and the numbers are pristine, and I have a huge appreciation for that because I play that same role in our companies, and so to see what they've built and then to have the opportunity to improve upon the things that they wanted to improve on and self-admittingly saying, hey guys, I mean, Ron, Jody, you know what software does for detailers. Well, the same processes and thoughts and things go into a supply, business and a distribution company. And so we want to take those same things that make us great in software and detailing, and we want to do it in a company here, and that we think that we can put those things in place and really take what's great and just continue to make it better.
Yeah.
That's
So I
awesome.
think some of the big questions beyond the Chuckle Hut stuff and who's going to be Joel is really, how do you guys see your vision going forward based on what you guys saw in the company that led you to purchase it, right? I mean, you guys saw something, and IGL arguably is a great company. And like you said, Jeff and Joel have done a great job of building it up to be a worldwide brand, and the same with the owners and Fiona and they've done a great job of making it a worldwide brand. But in the United States, it's a well-known brand that people really identify with as far as customer service and professionalism and all that kind of stuff. So what is it that you guys see you're going to be able to do next?
I think it's capitalized on the opportunities that Joel and Jeff saw, but just maybe lacked some of the energy and motivation to go after. And we take our experience in the realms that we're great at, and we put that in place. And we think educating the installer, educating the customer, teaching them how to run business, and teaching and taking that concept into what we know as an industry that. With the low cost of entry, you have young guys that turn a hobby into a business and really don't understand the business side. Yeah. And we bring that aspect from my part, and Mike brings the technical side and the install side and the relationship building side, and we pair those together and we say, this is how we make this company great. This is how we take it to the next level. And that's a big level because we're starting at, what we feel like we're starting at the top, and we got to just create the next steps. And that's where we think that we'll provide, that what we can provide to the, what's an amazing industry, and happy to do so.
Yeah. And, to back that all up too is, Joel and Jeff, when the talk was happening, they're the first ones to admit, like, they knew, they could have did some of this stuff too. They knew that it was just time to pass that to somebody else, so it wasn't like a lack of vision from them. It was just more like, we don't have the energy at this point.
And that's exactly how they put it too.
And so, it just, I like to look at it as like, we're going to go forward with the dream and the vision that was always there. And we're just going to complete it for them.
Well, I think one of the things, I keep thinking about a lot of times, we as business owners, we build a really good foundation. And what Jeff and Joel did was they built the foundation in 5, 6, 7, 8 layers, right? And so now you guys are able to build on those additional layers, right, and take it to that truly next level. And the other thing that I keep thinking about in the back of my head is that not only were you guys chasing each other on marathons, now you're chasing each other on marathon and business, right? Really pushing each other. So I think that's a really cool dynamic, right? Because that's going to bring something unique to the table.
And to back that up, we, like what we had said in the last podcast, this was something that Dustin and I talked about 2 years ago, just out of it's never going to happen.
Jokingly,
but we should buy IGL, and we like to say that we manifested it. It's something that we both had our hearts set to do, and if anybody knows Dustin, I know that he's very competitive. I still beat him, but we're
competitive. Wow.
We'll find that out later.
No, but
I think we'll go for an afternoon run.
I think that's good though, because we are very competitive, and I would like to say that we are men of integrity, and that's the biggest thing. Is Joel and Jeff had integrity, and we plan on always having integrity with IGL.
Yep.
And I know you and you guys are the same way. As we just want to help people.
Yep.
There's room at the table for everybody. We just want to help people grow. We want to see people succeed. And that's what it comes down to.
That's right. It comes from a genuine place, and helping others, and creating good business and relationships, and bringing everybody together. I always talk about inclusion, and that's how we make this industry continue to improve this industry and make it great. I think we're in a wonderful place, and I think that detailing as a whole it's provided a lot for my family, and I know it's provided a lot for other families, and we're in a great place, and we're excited to build upon that. One thing, we ran a marathon together down in Panama City, and it was torrential rain, just terrible conditions. And I was battling a stomach bug where I'd been throwing up and just sick and all, but these conditions were so bad. And we had been, Mike had been running all year long to chase a 3,000-mile goal. And this thing at the end was almost killed us. We ran it together, then we got separated in the run, and we both really felt like just dying and not completing this thing, but we both saw it through. He finished first. I hate to say that, really bad, but then he comes back to finish it with me, and it just that to me shows you the tenacity and the willingness to do whatever it's going to take. And we're going to take that same concept, mindset, and push it into this business, and it's a fail-proof plan when you know that somebody's got your back and is there to help you, but we're not going to quit.
Right. And I think that as you said, for a second there, when you said real men of integrity, I heard that 1990s Budweiser commercial, real men of integrity. But it's true. It's totally true. And I think that's one of the things that, the reason that the four people on this call were very similar in that aspect. I know that Jody's got my back. Jody knows I've got his. If he calls me at 11:30 at night and says, "Hey, my kid's car broke down. Can you bring your trailer and come pick it up?" I'll drive 2.5 hours to pick up his kid's car.
Yep.
And I think that the same thing, that tenacity, that don't give up. We had one of the other people that puts on a podcast saw us at Seaman. He literally was like, "Damn, you guys, how do you guys do this?" And we said, "Well, we don't give up. We're always going to take it to that next level. The next show, it's going to be different and different. And that's what keeps you in business for as long as we've been doing this." And I think you guys are starting on a really good platform that's already there. And that's one of the things that I picked up when Jody and I went through the IGL Aegis training there in the Wisconsins, is that there's a as Joel kept saying and Marcus kept saying, there's a box there. You guys have got a box, right? You've got a proven a known commodity that's good, and now you're just building on that. And I think that a lot of these, as you said, young guys coming into this, young gals coming into this, that don't know a lot about business, can take a lot from that. It's just there is a plan. There's people that have a plan. Just follow that plan and you'll make it.
100%.
Yeah, and speaking to the tenacity, look at Jody just being here. He's not feeling great. He's been struggling, and to show up for this, and I can't tell you what that means to me, and I know what it means to Mike.
Yes.
And that's awesome, and it speaks volumes about your integrity, and our relationship has never changed. I mean, we have always been friends and healthy competition and helping each other and doing things together. This right here was a no-brainer to me. We couldn't tell you that we were going to do this, but Mike, was
right
willing to kind of come on and announce something. And so we wanted to surprise you guys with this, but couldn't think of two people.
It was a good surprise. It was a good surprise.
Well, it was us too. So at one point, and then we've been sitting on our hands and keeping our mouth closed from then on. But listen, it's an awesome experience, and I don't even think we know yet what all this is going to mean. We have a plan, and we have some goals and some aspirations and dreams, but really, I think as we go through these next few days and have these conversations, we'll really understand just where we're at in this thing. And I'm looking forward to those moments.
I am too. I mean,
Yeah.
And I can't think of a better person.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Joel and Jeff say, but you two say too, is, I mean, about each other, it's just, it's a great opportunity. We've built a great relationship together, and I think, we're going to kill it.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's all about our installers,
Yeah.
I think we have a good plan in place, and I look forward to the journey. So
yeah, same as
well, dude, man, we're really excited for you guys. I mean, this is huge. Excited to see. It's like we always saw Joel and Marcus. Now we're going to see you two, because I've never met Jeff, right? So
Yeah.
I just always heard the name. So it'll be fun to have two dynamic owners who are very invested in people's business and helping them level up across the board. So dude, we're super excited. This is an awesome opportunity for you two. It's an amazing opportunity for the industry, and we're excited to see what's going to happen. So
yeah, it means a ton having your guys' support. I've looked up to you for a long time and followed your lead on a lot of things and taken your advice and suggestions and thoughts. And so to have your blessings over this thing and have your support in it means everything to me. And I know it does Mike as well. And we just want to carry on their legacy. We want to keep doing the things that IGL was great at and what they're known for, making sure that they have products and, in stock and in a timely manner, the givens, and their customer support has always been top notch. And we want to continue those things and then add to it. We want to add what we can build on and the business side of things and really helping educate installers and detailers all around and just continue to push this thing and see where it'll take us,
Yeah. And formally welcome to the RoadFS team now that you guys are subscribers. And so
yeah, that's right. We've been looking for a good software.
It is going to make the trainings interesting, but you know what? I think that's what makes it great, is that's not even a question. Somebody texted me and they're like, after in between the podcast, they're like, "Oh man, are you guys going to be able to go to the trainings?" And I said, "I'm sure we are. It's no
Absolutely.
all the time.
Absolutely.
Training. We're scheduled, just so everybody knows, we're scheduled for one this summer. So I think that's what makes the industry great. People that are competing at the bottom instead of collaborating.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're not understanding how business works.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
They're out there fighting on Facebook and they're doing all that kind of garbage, and that is not helping anybody put food on the table.
Nope.
I think everybody forgets that there's roughly 200,000 detailers throughout the U.S.
Right.
And,
I'm sure both software companies would take 100,000 each and be just fine.
I'm sure I can do that. Yeah.
not a problem. So
Reality is, we've always had great business together. We've always showed up at events together and done things together, and that will never change. I hope that our relationship can show other companies how it can be done, and it has to be, with each other's interest in mind and on good terms. But I think when you can establish that and say, hey, we're not here to cut each other's throat, we're here to help each other. And there's opportunities for both. And that's absolutely how I go into everything. I would take, our company out to provide for yours. And that's just who I am and, what I believe in. And so, we do things together, and that will never change. And we want to make that very
better jacket for next year's awards ceremony.
Yeah, we got to, man. We have to.
Well, I think a lot of people
green. I can see a half green jacket split down the middle.
you have to question yourself too. If you're worried about competition, do you really want people to succeed?
Yeah.
And ultimately, that's what we want. We want people to succeed.
Yep.
I remember starting a business that was tough, and not having that support. You go back 20 years ago, you didn't have what you have today.
yeah.
So I think it's our jobs as people in the industry to make sure that we can help people succeed. And when people succeed, we succeed.
Absolutely.
That's going to come back
Absolutely.
no matter what.
Yeah, that's true.
Right. And I think that's the key to it is you guys all know that I can guarantee you that both of you guys within your shop have other products that are not IGL.
Absolutely.
And everybody tries to kind of push that under the table, Oh no, I'm a red brand. No, I'm a
Right.
guy.
Yep.
Everybody has different products, and that's okay. And I think that is the key to success in your business, is to take what works for you and integrate it into your business. We've always been big fans of IGL and the products that you guys have. I see some of the stuff that came out last year. The Aegis product is absolutely phenomenal. And I can just, being at Mike's shop in the, winter time in Wisconsin, I just want to tell everybody how big of a deal that was, because you're in Wisconsin in the winter. Just let that sink in for a minute. And Jody's driving. That's even a bigger deal. So
that's perfect.
You really got to see.
Way better than Rod.
We have driving competitions as well. I drive much better, by the way.
Yep. So I think the key to that is just seeing the integrity of your shop and what you do and the people that you support and that support you. So I'm really excited. I see the future as being very, very wide open. I know we're getting tons of comments on here. So I think that as the days, weeks, and months come up, people are going to find out.
No question about it.
Yes, we do, Richard. Yes, we do.
Man, it's late. That right there is commitment. It's late in the UK.
It is. Yes. It is. Yeah.
Early. I'm not sure if it's early or later.
No, it's late.
I think you have to add 30 and minus 12 or something to get.
Put that in the spreadsheet. It's gotta be a function.
Well, we're excited about this, guys. We are really hoping that you guys can just make this thing blow up. I know that IGL, man, you guys have a long ways to go to get up, because they're already. Oh, it's only 5:00. Geez, drink, Richard. You guys at SEMA were new product of the year.
Yeah,
which is unbelievable. Yeah, he is, Michael. So I think that's great. You guys are starting on a real high. So let's talk about some IGL stuff for just a second. I know you guys got to get out of there in about 10 minutes, but there you go. RoadFS and IGL -2 coming.
Equals.
Talking about. He's got the math.
Yes, he does.
So how many countries is IGL in? This was mentioned in the earlier podcast, but it blew me away.
Roughly 50.
Yeah.
50 countries.
Yeah.
That's
awesome.
And the U.S. is a large portion of that. So, thank you to all the detailers of the U.S. And I know Kyung is always working with the other distributors to grow that brand.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited. We can't give it away, but I'm excited just to see the stuff that is being worked on.
Oh, do you want me to list them out?
No.
Okay.
No, Joel. Joel, do not do that.
I was just playing my part. I don't know.
We can do that. We have a tendency to get people to spill the beans.
There is some very exciting stuff being worked on, and that's what is enjoyable is to work with Kyung, who's constantly researching and developing and manufacturing new products that just help us make more money. And that's what it's about. Is it's not the competition side of things. It's like, how do we pivot as a company to help our installers make more money?
That's right.
And that's what Kyung's goal is always and talk about we don't talk a lot about Kyung, but he is a man of integrity too.
Absolutely.
And just amazing to talk with him and have his blessing. Really had to be done. We had to have his blessing to do this. I mean, and so that means a lot. Just knowing that Kyung is backing us and has all confidence in us. So thank you to Kyung and Fiona and their team too.
Yeah. One thing I did not realize, I knew I had a great relationship with IGL and we've always done things together, but I did not understand the size and scope of what IGL Coatings really was. And as we've had meetings with Kyung and Fiona, and to understand just the size of this operation and what's going on, and then the size of the U.S. Business there, it's our territory there. It was a lot to learn. You think you know something about a company, you think we've had chats and talks and general conversation, but when you really dig in and you see numbers and you see, people and the really what's going on, it was a humbling experience for me. And I've done some big things, but nothing of this size and scope. And so, like, as we've gone through this, I've learned so much about the companies and IGL as a brand, and it just makes me that much more passionate and that much more excited to take this thing and see what we can do with it. Take what's already great, and again, like I said, just continue to improve it and grow it.
Yeah.
Well, we are super excited. We're honored that we were the second podcast.
Yeah. Well,
So
the first real after the announcement, we wanted to make sure
the after party. What it is you guys were the awards show this morning, and this is the freaking after party right
I'll
here.
tell you what this means to me, and this should show you. When Mike was telling me about the schedule and you guys had picked a time later in the day, and I said absolutely not. I wanted to put you guys in front of my own podcast because I know that you guys deserve that respect, and to be able to come on your platform and you support us in our endeavor means everything to me. But to be ahead of our podcast, and we'll be celebrating over there, and it'll be casual and we're gonna have fun. But I wanted this to happen first, and I'm very thankful and honored for you to allow that to happen, and that's what you guys mean to me.
Well, thank you.
Thank you, man. So we wish you guys much success. If there's anything Rod and I can do and RoadFS can help your brand, we are here to help. So, guys, if you have not connected with Mike and Dustin, they are the new owners of IGL Coatings USA. So super awesome.
You've already drinking.
There you go. So
we've been waiting for that.
Yeah. So cheers. I don't have orange juice or anything. Otherwise, I'd cheers with you.
I got a coffee. There you go.
Yeah.
So go out and connect with these guys.
Yes.
Also go to YouTube and subscribe to the RoadFS podcast, and or our platforms as well. Gian Carlo, he's a great guy. Love that guy.
Yeah, good friend.
Awesome.
Talk about real men of integrity. We should start our own little commercial of real men of integrity.
I love it.
Do it.
Then we got to get the horse.
Somebody that can sing better than me, though, because I can't sing worth a crap. So, all right, guys, well, we sure got to let you guys get out of there. I know you're on a time frame, and we really do appreciate you guys coming on here. Best of luck to you guys. I'm sure this is going to be a wild ride. We will be following you guys all the way and be involved in it wherever we can.
Yep.
Reach out if you have questions. People are already doing that. The guys to ask are right here. There's Dustin Jackson, and then Mike Karlen's there on the other side. And reach out to them, check them out. Go to iglcoatingsusa.com for more information about IGL Coatings and everything IGL.
Awesome.
Thanks,
Thank you guys. For everybody
Appreciate
that's reaching out, we will be in touch. We will be following up. Thank you guys for your support. Awesome. Jody, love you guys. Thank y'all so much, man.
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you guys for tapping in, and we will check you next time.